Welcome back, guys. Max here, and welcome to another episode of I Spy. If you don't know what I Spy is, basically what I do is on a Friday, I'll go and trawl the other larger YouTubers' channels in their comment sections for questions that are not being answered by you guys, and then I answer them in my video on a Friday. I made a whole series out of it. This week, after trawling the comment sections, not actually going to do a whole bunch of questions. In fact, not going to do any questions whatsoever. What I found was an interesting article posted by a guy, and his name is Peter Gray. Left a comment in the comment section of one of the larger YouTube channels, and actually went into some serious detail about 6 maps that we could potentially see in the upcoming DLC Turning Tides, which drops sometime in December. I'm going to say the end of December, but you know the way it works. It depends on when Microsoft and Sony pull their fingers out and finally approve the drops onto console. Not going to mention PC because personally I don't care. Now, we do know that when the Turning Tides DLC drops, it's going to be heavily focused around the Gallipoli offensive and the Zeebrugge raid. Now, both of these feature very, very heavily in what Peter Gray suggests, and like I said, he's wrote these down in the comment section. These are not my ideas. It's a little bit history and a little bit map suggestion. He's a little bit choppy when it comes to what he wants to suggest in the map. So the first part is history, and the rest of it then kind of is ideas about what the maps could be. So without further ado, let's get stuck into it. So the first battle of Heligoland Bight was the first naval battle of the First World War, fought on the 28th of August 1914 between the United Kingdom and Germany. The battle took place in the southeastern North Sea when the British attacked German patrols off the northwest German coast. The German High Seas Fleet remained largely in safe harbours on the North German coast, while the British Grand Fleet remained in the northern North Sea. Both sides engaged in long-distance sorties with cruisers and battle cruisers and close reconnaissance of the area of the sea near the German coast, the Heligoland Bight, by destroyer. Now, rumours are rife. We are thinking that we're going to get destroyers in the game. Not entirely sure what format they're going to take. Are they going to be a behemoth? Are they going to be a vehicle, you know, some sort of vehicle that we can control? And bear in mind, the game is not engineered as some kind of, you know, vehicle sim or something like that. So I'm not entirely sure how they're going to implement that. And there's another topic we're going to get onto here real quick. So let me move on. The British devised a plan to ambush German destroyers on their daily patrols, and a British fleet of 31 destroyers and 2 cruisers under Commodore Reginald Thwaites, I think that's right, and submarines commanded by Commodore Roger Keyes were dispatched. Now, again, rumours are rife as to whether or not we're going to see submarines within the game, and it leads me comfortably back to this is not a vehicle sim. So how are they going to implement submarines within the game? I guess only time will tell. Will we see them? Will we not? Will they be stationary? Will they be not? Will they be partially submerged, but you can't move them, but you can fire torpedoes? Who knows? But that certainly is open for speculation. So that is the first battle of Heligoland Bight, and that is more than likely going to be in the game without a shadow of a doubt. The second map he suggests is the Siege of Tsingtao. He says this will be the first time we see the Japanese army introduced. The battle was fought between the 31st of October and the 7th of November 1914. This map will see an overland advance by the Imperial Japanese Army against the final German defence line in the surrounding hills, while the Imperial Japanese Navy engaged German destroyers and MTBs in Tsingtao Harbour. Likely a small map with no behemoths, vehicles, destroyer, seaplane. This battle saw the world's first naval airstrike by an IJN Farman seaplane against a German gunboat. Now, we do know that we're getting an additional plane in the game. It has a propeller that pushes the plane rather than pulls the plane. We've seen an image of that in some of the pre-release artwork that was released by Dyson. So we do know that we're getting a plane. A little bit unclear as to what it is, but highly likely it's going to be the seaplane that he mentions. He mentions destroyers in the vehicles as a vehicle. I don't know if that's going to be the case. I personally think it's probably going to be an additional thing to the behemoth, but who knows? Well, I guess we'll wait and see. So anyway, third map he suggests is Sed al-Bahar. This half of the Battle of Cape Helles, aka the Battle of V Beach, opening assault of the Battle of Gallipoli. Irish troops landed and attempted to capture 2 Ottoman forts guarding the Dardanelles, Fort Ertugrul and Eski Kale. This map is probably a revised version of the map The Runner in the single-player mission. There will be 5 flags west to east, Fort Ertugrul, a beach flag, a grounded collier, HMS River Clyde, Eski Kale, Sed al-Bahar, Village and Hill 141. The British player will spawn on or near the beach flag or the collier. Turkish players in the hills above the beach. The grounded collier HMS River Clyde will have numerous positions such as MGs and stuff like that, and SKK will have large naval guns. Think of this map as a hybrid of Foul Fortress and Albion. The behemoth he suggests will be the dreadnought, vehicles, destroyer, seaplane and fighter planes. Fourth map on his list is Anzac Cove. This battle on the 25th of April 1915, Northern Assault launched parallel to Cape Helles Landing. Boats carrying Anzac troops got lost in the dark and landed the troops at a narrow beach 1 mile north of their intended objective. This is a large map with at least 2 beaches, a minimum of 6 flags arranged in 2 linear sets. The first 2 flags are the 2 headlands, Ari Bornu and Hell Spit, flanking the cove, the southern landing beach. From Ari Bornu and Hell Spit is the sea flag at Pluge Plateau. From there, north are the 2 inland flags, Russell Top and Baby 700. To the south is the 400 Plateau. Another possible flag to the south is a gully named Shrapnel Valley. The behemoth he suggests again is the dreadnought, vehicles, all the DLC plus fighter planes. This was written obviously before the DLC was dropped, so it's kind of a little out of context, but nonetheless, that is his 4th suggestion for the map. And just so we're clear before we move swiftly on, all of these I have confirmed. I went back and checked all the history out, and it's all genuinely 100% above board. All of this stuff did exist, and the battles do exist as well. So from that perspective, very, very accurate on his part. Number 5, Rise Landing. Not a lot in this one, just says the Russian forces landed in Rise, outflanking Turkish troops defending Trabzon. Now, the reason there's not a great deal in this one, having done the history research, is this battle actually went on in various different parts, and it lasted, you know, best part of about 9 months from what I could see, and it was absolutely all over the place. But it was between the Russian forces and the Turks, and so that's why he's included it, and there's not a great deal of information. But the Zeebrugge raid is his last and final entry. The British attempted to sink block ships in the mouth of the Bruges Canal to block German U-boats from leaving the harbour. This is a large map with at least 5 flags. 2 or 3 flags are on the Zeebrugge Mole, personal shed, seaplane hangar and the viaduct. To the south, at a right angle to the mole, of a canal battery, Bruges Canal and Geben, I'm guessing, fort. And Frontline's version of this map would require allied players detonating explosives on the viaduct and a block ship in the canal. Those are his suggestions for all 6 maps. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about my history lesson. I thought it was absolutely stellar, just so we're clear. And let me know what you think down in the comments down below as to potentially what maps you think we could see. I thought this was really, really well done. He's clearly put some thought and some effort into it. And just so you guys all know, the comment was actually never responded to by the larger YouTuber, but I made a note of it at the time and thought it was really, really interesting. But anyway, trying to keep the videos short, and as usual, I'm going to get off now. And so thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, share, and all that fun stuff. Leave a comment down below. Really interested to see what maps you think, or what variants or tweaks we could see on this. What do you think about submarines? What do you think about the destroyer? Leave a comment down below. Let me know. I'll catch you tomorrow in the live stream. Don't forget, guys, we're doing a live stream 11 AM Central Eastern Standard Time in the United States, 5 PM in the UK. You're all more than welcome. Jump in as usual, and we'll get on the battlefield and do some damage as the Legion. Till that time, I'll see you tomorrow morning. Ta-da.
We have taken objective Charlie.